Your spine straight, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Om. Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yo Antah Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuttam Sanjeevayatyakhila Shakti Dharasvadhamna अम्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् समचरणसरोजम् सान्द्रनीलाम्बुदाभम् जघननिहितपाणिम् मण्डनम् मण्डनानाम् तरुणतुलसीमाला कन्धरं कञ्जनेत्रं सदयधवलहासं विठ्ठलं चिन्तयामि विठ्ठलं चिन्तयामि. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Eknathi Bhagawat session. We are in chapter 5 and we have finished reading first 400 Ovis. So it's on page 239 in the book. But in the PDF, I'm not sure. Anybody with the PDF could tell the page number? It's okay. So then it is 239. And we have to begin from the verse 35. After verse soon after 400, the OV. एवं युगानुरूपाभ्यां भगवान् युववर्तिभिः मनुजैर्युज्यते राजन् श्रेयसामीश्वरो हरिः. Meaning of the verse. O King, thus the Lord Sri Hari, bestower of all blessings, is worshipped by men belonging to the different yugas with a name and form appropriate to that age. OV 401. The sage further said, in this way, people from Kruta age to Kali age sing in the praise of the God by using his names and meditating on these images and narrating to others the adventures of the Lord in various avatars with the purpose of attaining their own total welfare. 402. Even over and above this, many great sages have described the greatness of Kali age. At length, because only by doing bhajan and kirtan, people are emancipated, all the four types of liberations serving their feet. Kalim sabhajayantyarya gunatnya sarabhaginaha yatra sankirtane naiva sarvasvartho bhilabhyate. Meaning of the verse. Wise persons who appreciate good qualities and select the most essential praise this age, in which, by merely chanting of the names of Sri Hari, one can attain all the worthy objects which are desirable. OV 403. The sage further said, O the omniscient king, listen. The Kali age is really worthy of praise because during the period of this age, all the desires are fulfilled only by remembering the name of the Lord and singing songs in his praise. 404. The question arises when in the age of Kali, the commitment of sins is very great, then how can people become liberated by only the singing of the songs about Sri Hari? 405. The answer is, When people sing devotional songs, the vices are dropped and the virtues are imbibed and the mind becomes pure. Thus, in the Kali age, people select good things by discrimination, and that is why this liberation is possible. 406. People who know the nature of the age of Kali take into consideration the fact that here, by repetition of the name of Hari, the freedom is attainable and they do it as the only useful means and really become liberated. 407. O King, continuous remembering of the name of Sri Hari is the only essential part. Those who repeat the name of God, therefore, definitely become free. ध्यायन् कृते यजन् यज्ञैः त्रेतायान् द्वापरे रुचयन् यदाप्नोति तदाप्नोति कलौ संकीर्त्य केशवम्. Very good shloka, you can just mark it and keep. Meaning of the verse, that which a man gains in Krita age by meditation, in Treta age by yajnas, and Dwapar age by worship, he gains all that in the Kali age by merely singing the songs of praise for the Lord Keshava. 408. In the Krita age, the means of devotion include the control of mind and actions as well as thoughts. In Treta, sacrifices according to the rules of Vedas is the way, and in Dwapara, the worship according to the technique of the puja in accordance with the Agama is the prescribed way of devotion. 409. Though in this way, people follow the cumbersome methods of worship in the three ages, they do not get mental peace at all. 410. But the age of Kali has made all these methods less important because in this age, the Paramatman can be easily pleased while the devotee sings and dances. 411. When in the open ground outside the village where cattle are to be gathered, or on the sands of river Yamuna, the children of cowherds play their rustic games with tremendous joy and sing the names of Sri Hari, the Lord becomes so joyful that he also begins to dance and sing with them. 412. These boys shout with love the names of Sri Hari in their slang fashion, such as Kanhaiya, Gopal, Krishna, etc., so that Lord Ghanashyama is very much pleased. 413. By that urge of joy, the Lord bubbles with enthusiasm. In this way, in the age of Kali, the devotees attain emancipation simply by singing devotional songs. 414. When the kirtans are repeated and repeated, the heaps of sins are burned and the devotees are liberated without delay. Thus, by the name of Hari, the age of Kali is considered great. 415. This is the greatness of the age of Kali, that by singing the name of Sri Hari, people of all the four castes become liberated without exception as to the women and the low castes. 416. The Veda was miser because the knowledge of Vedas was limited to the three higher castes of Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. The Vedas are not allowed to be recited by women and the low caste. 417. The singing of the name of Hari has removed this defect of all the Vedas because by the name of Hari, women and all the lower castes are liberated. 418. By Kirtana, the religion of our own is followed. It also increases by Kirtana. By Kirtana only, the absolute Brahman is attained. Even freedom feels shy before the Kirtana. 419. It is by the joy of Hari Kirtana that all the four types of liberations come to wed the devotees of Sri Hari. And though the devotees neglect the liberations, they become slaves to the feet of the devotees. 420. O King, in the age of Kali, this is the direct achievement. Have no doubt in your mind that this all is the greatness of singing songs in the praise of the Lord. 421. It may be the Krita age, Treta age, or Dwapar age. There is no prohibition against taking the name of God, But the special virtue of Kali age is that all the four types of liberations are slaves to God's name. न ह्यतः परमो लाभः देहिनां भ्रम्यतामिह यतो विन्देत परमां शान्तिं नश्यति संसृतिः. Meaning of the verse, therefore, for the men lost in this world, there is no higher gain than the chanting of his name, by which one attains the perfect peace and the birth and death cycle ends. 422. O King of the Kings, those who are otherwise caught in the whirlpool of births and death can attain liberation in the age of Kali merely through singing the songs of the Lord. 423. In the age of Kali, only by Kirtana, the compound wall of worldly life is demolished, and the happiness in the peace embraces the joy of Paramatman. 424. There is great pain in this Kirtana. The gods and men cannot get it if other ages, even by taking the great troubles. But in the age of Kali, it has become easy. That is why the fortunate people resort to Kirtana. 425. Through Kirtana, all the four types of liberations come and embrace the devotees. Some may say that it is not possible and it will not happen. So, I will tell you the actual effect of Kirtana. 426. In the Kirtana, there is the sound of name of Hari loudly repeated in chorus, by which the God is much pleased and he hurriedly comes there by leaving his Vaikuntha. 427. The God loves his own name very much when it is sung by his devotees. He forgets to go to Vaikuntha. He likes the devotees and stays with them. 428. But the wonderful thing is that the place where God stays naturally becomes a Vaikuntha. Thus, devotees attain the liberty stage called Salokata by merely the one means of Kirtana. 429. When thus Sri Hari comes near the devotees because of the Kirtana, that itself becomes Samipata, or the stage of liberation where the God and the devotee are together. 430. When Sri Hari is pleased, he is seen by the devotees in his person with his soft dark skin, wearing a golden apparel, etc. 431. That appearance of God in relation with which the devotee meditates on God is fixed in the devotee's mind, and by a kind of metamorphosis, the same appearance as that of God is formulated in the devotee. 432. The dark and the beautiful body, wearing a golden apparel around his lower body, bearing a conch, the mace, the lotus, and the brilliant disc, is the appearance of the God which the devotee also adopts. Yea, it weds the devotee of its own accord. 433. Then the God and the devotee become identical. Their bodies and limbs are identical, and their weapons as well as ornaments are also identical. If Kirtana is performed with real faith, such is the evident effect of it. 434. When the goddess Lakshmi looks at both of them, it's difficult for her to know who the god is and who is the devotee. The god Brahma is also confused while bowing before Sri Hari. 435. So, it is a fact that God is very much pleased. The devotee and the God meet, and the unity is not then broken any time. 436. Then, for the devotee, the God is present inside and outside of everything. He has nothing else to see in the world. 437. When the vision and the consciousness are completely merged in the bliss of Atman and is never separated, it is called Sayujya, liberation. In that state, there is no duality at all. 438. When that devotee, having attained that state, starts describing the glory of the Lord in his Kirtana, All the listeners experience great sweetness in the story. 439. Thus, as the four types of liberations become slave of that Hari Kirtana, the devotees indulge in the Kirtana only and do not turn their attention towards enjoying the liberation. 440. Thus, you should understand how Hari Kirtana has made yoga, yaga, penances, etc. as orphans in the matter of devotional path. In the age of Kali, the souls are emancipated by remembering the name of the God and singing of songs in his praise. Kritadishu prajarajan kala vichanti sambhavam kalau khalu bhavishyanti narayana parayanaha. Meaning of the verse. O king, those living during Krita, Treta and Dwapar ages seek birth in Kali age because in the age of Kali, many people will be devotees of Lord Narayana. 441. Knowing that in the age of Kali, all the four types of liberations can be attained by Kirtana alone, and that is the main means of the devotional path, gods, including Indra, desire to take birth in the age of Kali. 442. Heaven is the place of receiving and enjoying the pleasures, and it is a kind of jail of sense objects. Fortunate people take birth in this age and perform kirtan. 443. If gods desire to take birth in the Kali age, what wonder is there that great people who had earlier taken birth in the ages of Krita, Treta, and Dwapar would desire to take such a birth? 444. The fortunate people in the Krita age perform the rituals and sacrifices and reach the higher positions in the heavens, but they also become eager to come to earth in Kali age. 445. All the great persons from Krita, Treta, Dwapar ages have a desire to take birth in Kali age. 446. They discuss amongst themselves that it is the greatness of Kali age that by Kirtana all the four achievements of human life are possible, and that is why for sadhana, Kali age is really the best. 447. Only those who are fortunate are born in Kali age, and therefore gods, serpents, and also great men desire earnestly to be born in that age. 448. In order that poor and weak people should attain freedom, the Lord Narayana snaps the bonds of worldly life by merely remembering the name of the Lord. The singing of songs of praise of the Lord is kirtan. It emancipates all. 449. So, okay, have no doubt in your mind that in the age of Kali, many types of people are saved by having faith in the Hari Kirtana. 450. In the age of Kali, all kinds of persons will worship Narayana, and even women and Shudras will sing to the glory of Lord Narayana. Kvachit kvachin Maharaja Dravideshu cha Bhurishaha Tamraparni Nadi Yatra Kritamala Payasvini Kaveri cha Mahapunya Pratichi cha Mahanadi Ye Pibanti Jalantasam Manujeshwara Rayo Bhakta Bhavishyanti Vasudeve Malashayaha. Meaning of the verses. O king, mainly in the Dravid land, where river Tamraparani, Kritamala, Payasvini, Kaveri, the sacred river, and the great river Pratichi flow, and people who drink water of these rivers will be devotees of pure heart of the god Vasudeva. 451. Devotion will be more evident in the land of Dravids, where there will be tirthas of great fame, and devotion will be overflowing in the minds of people. 452. On the banks of river Tamraparani, devotion of Hari is much honored. In the surroundings of Kritamala, people are having great enthusiasm about devotion. 453. When people drink the clean water of the rivers, love for Sri Hari increases and the intention of worship of God becomes very strong. 454. Even when the river Kaveri is seen by our own eyes, the sins are banished. Sri Ranga resides there with love, and the flow of devotion is very strong on the banks of river Kaveri. 455. If you take a dip in the waters of river Pratichi, there is immediate purification of our heart, and the flag of our devotion raises to the heights of Vaikuntha. 456. Oh, the great king. Listen, when one takes bath in five rivers told to you, and one drinks the waters from these rivers, his mind becomes very firm in devotion. 457. By having the glimpse of the tirthas mentioned by me, the dirt of the Kali is washed out, and if one bathes in or drinks the waters, there is increased interest in the worship of God. 458. I again say that by seeing such places of pilgrimage, by touching the sacred waters, and by bathing, there is new eagerness of worship for God. 459. Such devotees become free from the obligations of the gods, sages, and ancestors. They are not under obligations of these any further. I think we can stop over here for today. Such lovely reading. My God, I don't know why we have missed it for so long on pretext of several reasons. It's it's I don't know, it just fills with so many things. Now that Salokata, Samipata, Sayujata, when that description came in verses Ovis 428, 429, I related there so much. Sayujata also in 437. Then the most thing is like uh, just now, it's jap. We don't have to go through tapa. We don't have to go through several yajnas. We don't have to do so many rituals. What else is needed then? Yeah? What excuse we are getting? Like sitting over here, sitting away, bus, travel, anywhere. One nama we can hold so easily. And that's the most easiest thing which we can carry out anywhere, anytime. There is no fear that it should be before sunset or after sunset or before anytime. 24 hours we have got. And yet it seems so difficult. So I felt that today's reading was the emphasis that if we are doing any job and if we have left it halfway through, we should go back to it because there is no other way. And if you have not taken a job, then we should start doing the job. So whatever account we need to, we can decide on do I felt. And then the that description from 451 onwards of the rivers, that Tamraparani for devotion for Hari, Kritamala for having great enthusiasm, what Kaveri does, what Pratichi for immediate purification. So I felt this description of the rivers was very good, something very new, not heard. And um, that 468, I felt to underline, sorry, um, not 468, 458. That I again say that by seeing these places of pilgrimage, by touching the sacred waters, and by bathing, there is new eagerness of worship of God. So many times, we get dull. Our sadhana gets dull. But if we approach any holy river, it again charges us. Huh? So now, if we don't have any river or anything, any tirthasthan, any. So now, let's say now in Singapore, then what it's India's description happening, and what in Sing. So maybe Perumal temple you've gone, maybe some temple where the vibes are high, and then it charges us, seeing also the other devotees, seeing also the Lord. So some regular visit to such high energy places is needed because that's that 458 it says that when you do that, eagerness of worship of the God happens. There is a new eagerness. So I think we should recharge ourselves and not get stagnant and do the same thing every day with a monotonous or a automatic attitude. There should be eagerness and newness in what we try to do. So these were my takeaways. Please express yours if you have any points to see.
I mean, the same idea of Hari Kirtana, how even in Kali Yuga we can come close to God, and it is not very, the assurance that it is not very demanding like meditation or yagnas. Yeah. So that is the thought I took today. Yeah.
Yes, so big substances, not demanding and virtue. Any other thoughts that you are anything to say?
I'm sorry, actually, the four liberation, Salokata, Samipata, and Sayujya. There is one more, is there? I somehow missed it, or it is not given. I don't know. I could find three. Maybe we might have to do a little bit of
Is it
Google, I think this.
one more reading needs to come, I guess.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yes, yes. So, Jivji, you are able to throw any light?
On the Google, I mean, I googled it, so I got it as Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, and Sayujya. I think Sarupya is not mentioned. Yes, Sarupya is
No,
not mentioned.
it mentioned, no, it has come, no, Sarupya
Yes.
has come, that you become like God, and Brahmaji also confused
Oh,
to
yes,
whom
yes.
to bow
Correct.
down.
Correct.
So I'm trying to see
Yeah.
where in the verse Sarupya has come. That they look same and they don't know who is who now.
Correct.
God and a devotee look same. Yeah, they're same.
Yes.
Where it is, but now I'm searching on the page. It is there.
437, Varshaji. Sayajya, when the vision and the
No.
consciousness are
Sarupya.
completely merged in the
No,
bliss of
you didn't
Atman,
get
and
that.
it is
No,
called Sayajya.
Sayuja you got. See, Salokata, Samipata, Sayuja you got. Sarupya.
Got, yes.
Sarupya word is not given, but it is like, see, when in 434, when Goddess Lakshmi looks at both of them, it is difficult for her to know who is the god and who is the devotee.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, maybe that is the definition of Sarupya, I guess.
Yeah. So, which you said that the fourth one you are not seeing, but it is not named, but the description is
Yes.
there.
Yes. Yes.
So, probably
Yeah,
over there,
434.
we just
Made a note
write
of
and
it.
keep Sarupya, and then we can underline
Yes.
Sarlokata, which is in 428. In 429, Samipata is written, and then in 437, Sayuj
Yes.
is written. So, across 434, we can
Yes.
put Sarupya. But before that, the
Yeah.
dark and the beautiful body wearing golden apparel, 432, around his lower body, bearing corns, the maize, the lotus, and the brilliant disk, is the appearance of the god which devotee also adopts. Me, the devotee is, it weds the devotee of its own accord. So there it is. Good. So the word Sarupya has not come, but the description of it has come. So it is a fact that God is very much pleased. The devotee and the God meet, and their unity is not then broken any time. So that statement is too strong. It is in
Yes.
435. So that's also one beautiful thing. Thus, as the four types of liberations, like that, then 439, it concludes without mentioning Sarupya, but describing Sarupya. So I think that point is clear. Any more thoughts? We'll end today's session then. Before we
Yes,
end,
yes.
tomorrow, who will read? Wednesday.
Actually, Varsha ji, just this one. The last we did the Eknathi Bhagawat was on 26th of September 2024. At that point of time, you had told me that the next reading will be by me. And I was
Oh,
waiting. It did not happen.
thank you for reminding, and sorry that it slipped my mind. Fine. So now tomorrow you read Venkatesh ji, Wednesday.
Oh,
And
sure,
then
sure, sure.
Thursday, Sajeev ji, you can read. Okay. Then we see. Next week's we'll see next week. Okay. So tomorrow
Yes, yes.
you can start. Venkatesh ji, I'm sorry that it slipped my mind. So
No
I will start chanting the
problem, no
verse
problem. No
41.
Varsha.
I'll start chanting with verse
Yeah,
41, and then meaning of the verse onwards, you can take it over. So 460. That is the
okay, okay.
starting point. Oh, carry on. Let's end the session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om, everyone. Thank you for joining. Let's meet tomorrow and
Thank you.
continue this
Hari Om.
next. Hari
Hari
Om.
Om. Thank you, Varsha ji. Thank you,
Thank you,
Varsha
sir.
ji.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.